once again, welcome to King of the Hill Racing, this time from Nashville Superspeedway. As you see, our number one qualifier, Timothy Smith and Bigfoot, taking on Sierra Sterling and the beautiful Scarlet Bandit machine. Real quick, want to throw in a thank you to Steve Harlow, who made that brilliant intro to start off this particular show right here. And as you can see, this event is on one of the wildest racing courses we've seen in a very long time. Tim Smith is actually in the lead right now. It's hard to believe, but he is the leader at this point in the show. And this is what makes it unique right here. You're going to see it in round number one, race number one, the crossover. Timothy Smith and Bigfoot is going to sail around this corner right here and move on to a fairly easy win against Sierra Sterling and Scarlet Bandit. In this race, we've got Eric Myers in the Q-Torque Iron Outlaw taking on Steve Harlow, who made that brilliant intro in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And you can see right here, they are both out for blood right here. This is probably the closest field time-wise that we've had all King of the Hill long. As you can see, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle right there going over the crossover jump, and Myers is trying to play catch-up at this moment. Due to the size of this course, it's going to be hard for me to determine who actually is the leader. But if I had to guess, I'd say they were fairly even right now, as Myers is going to have to really play catch-up if he is going to beat the TMNT machine right here. Harlow has a really nice turn coming up. Looks like it is going to be TMNT as, Myers slides it wide, and he is going to spin it out, and TMNT goes to round two. These two right here, Keith Hollis and Bulldozer, and Stephen Hopkins and Lucas Oil Stabilizer. I had to look at the side of it to make sure it wasn't the Crusader. But anyway, Keith Hollis and Stephen Hopkins battling for that crucial 10th spot in points right now to lock themselves into that field of 10 for the Philadelphia event later on this week. And right there, you can see Hopkins is not wasting time. This guy was to the finals last week in Rocky Mountain Raceway's Figure 8 course, and right here he's got an even more difficult course. If he is going to make it to the finals here, it's going to be a tough stretch for him. Hopkins is just smooth as silk, and it is not going to be Keith Hollis' night. Just as I say that, he clips a car, he clips two cars. Here comes Hollis, they come to the line. It'll be Bulldozer eking out the win. Wow, and Hopkins is over. I'm going to slow things down for you right here. You can see Hopkins takes the corner wide. Looked like it was going to be an easy win for the Stabilizer machine, but clips those two outside red cars, and that was all the mistake that Keith Hollis and the Bulldozer machine needed. Both drivers coming to the final jump, and it was the Bulldozer taking what I would consider an upset win, and over goes the Lucas Oil Stabilizer. Ryan McCauley in backdraft, the current points leader coming into this event, going to be taking on Michael Disroach in the world-famous Black Stallion. They come around the first corner. McCauley already clips a red car. Not going to hurt him very much, though. The Stallion machine already in the air, up and over the crossover. McCauley, well documented, had very, very bad problems in qualifying. Did not particularly care for this course, but right there you can see Roach is on his game, coming up and over the cars. McCauley's got to play catch-up. He's sideways in the air right there, spinning around this turn right here. The yellow cars, McCauley is either going to jump him. No, he doesn't jump him, but they're pretty much side by side at this moment. Coming around the final turn, McCauley clips a turning car. He's on two wheels. It'll be the Black Stallion machine with the upset win, and McCauley's going to roll it over. This one turned out to be another exciting, close race right here. As you can see, McCauley up on the rear tire, trying to save it as they come across the finish line. Black Stallion, the easy win. McCauley, though, is all over the place, trying to save himself for the points championship. Doesn't quite work out his way, though. Up and over goes the backdraft machine. This Nashville course is proving to be a very, very interesting racetrack. And here you see a very interesting matchup. Casey Graves and the Gravedigger taking on Amsoil Shock Therapy, driven by Tyler May. They coming over this first hill right here. You can see Graves keeps it nice and low, and the Gravedigger machine is off to a very early lead right here. Tyler May is going to really have to play catch-up. Graves qualified fourth, but I got to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, he looked a lot faster than that. I think he was sandbagging just a little bit. Graves still has something in the tank as they come around this turn. Casey has a huge lead at this point, I would say, against Tyler May. They're coming around this final turn. Oh, Graves has to slow down. Tyler's on two wheels. He saves it, but it'll be all Gravedigger across the finish line. With Ryan McCauley now out of the racing bracket, Rhodes really has a chance here to gain some points on him going into the final event in Philadelphia. Rhodes, of course, right here you can see he's not in the normal half-breed machine, debuting a brand new ride in the Reckless Intent machine, painted up by one Casey Graves, who just won our last race. Beautiful looking paint scheme on that truck as he takes on Zach Steele here in the Mohawk Warrior. Zach kind of in the field because another driver didn't show up, but he is going to try his best here to get a win over one of the most respected drivers in the sport, but I don't think it's going to happen. No offense to Zach Steele, but that truck, that Mohawk Warrior, I believe he's rolling over. Our camera guy has not caught it yet, but it looks like Steele zoomed it into that corner. Yeah, there it is. He rolled it over, clipped that turning car over there, and that's all over but the crying. Josh Rhodes, easy win to round number 2. Round 2 is going to start off with someone who's just absolutely looked untouchable since qualifying, Bigfoot, and Timothy Smith going to be taking on the TMNT machine. You can see Harlow sliding it a little bit wide. Timothy Smith, though, and that Bigfoot just looks dialed in. And he has that's where he's winning races, right through there. I don't know if you could see that, but he was twice as fast as anybody through that corner. He may slide it wide right there, but he is in the lead of this. The Bigfoot machine, Steve Harlow, is going to have to play some catch-up in that TMNT right there. Looks like we could see Bigfoot jump another truck right here. No, he's got so much of a lead that he's actually surpassing him in the air. Harlow, a little out of shape right here. Boy, if he could have made that corner, he would have had a shot. Nice save for Harlow and TMNT, but Bigfoot will go to round number 3. Casey Graves and what I have dubbed the Graves Digger getting ready to take on Michael Disroach here in Black Stallion in two trucks that have been in this industry since the very, very early 80s. Black Stallion and Gravedigger, and Black Stallion actually slid a little bit too far in that first corner right there. I don't know if you saw it, but he actually clipped the jump that Graves is supposed to be hitting. Oh, Stallion's all over the place right now through that turn, and I got to tell you, Gravedigger has a big lead at this point. You can't tell it because the first time by, the truck on the high side is generally the one that's going to lead it. But right now, Gravedigger, oh, even though Casey took that corner a little bit wide, he is going to jump up and over Michael Disroach right here. I believe the Digger's going to hold on, though. Coming around that final turn, all Gravedigger on the exit. And, oh, look at Roach. Is he going to save that? Yes, he is. Final race of round number 2 right here. Bulldozer, Keith Hollis and Josh Rhodes in a Reckless Intent. Debut for Reckless Intent, and I got to tell you, he just dusted Hollis off the line by a whole truck length. Hollis and Bulldozer's got to play catch-up already, and I don't think he's going to be able to do it already. Rhodes has just taken off right here. This truck was number 2 in qualifying. Here you go. You see Bulldozer coming around the corner. Rhodes is already to the top end of the track. Bulldozer's just now coming over the cars. Oh, and all over the place for Bulldozer going into that corner. Rhodes tried to take that corner right there. It looked like Timothy Smith, but I don't think anybody's got anything for Bigfoot tonight. Sorry to say, but Smith can just nail that corner right there, and that's all over but the crying. Here comes Rhodes. He's going to get the win, and Bulldozer will cross in a not-so-close second. Semifinals time here in Nashville Superspeedway. Bigfoot and Tim Smith taking on Michael Disroach and Black Stallion. They go into the first corner, and Roach is already up on 2 wheels. You knew the fastest loser from the last round was going to have to push it, but boy, I think he pushed it just a little bit too hard right there against that Bigfoot Ford. Roach coming around this turn, clips that turning car. Oh, he goes for the cars. He's trying to save it. Can he do it? No. Goes the Black Stallion. Bigfoot's going to get the win right here. They're going to shut Bigfoot off, and they're going to have to tow Black Stallion off the course. Bigfoot to the finals. The other semifinal, Gravedigger machine, Casey Graves, Josh Rhodes in Reckless Intent, debuting a brand new truck here this weekend, has made it to the semifinals. With it, they leave the line. Gravedigger with a slight hole shot as they go into the first turn. Rhodes has not been very consistent all night long. I want to point that out. He was second quickest in qualifying, but in all honesty, just has not been able to keep up and run the same lap times. Clips a turning car there. I don't think that's going to hurt him very much, as he is out. Oh, that will hurt him, though. He jumped and landed in the other lane. Turning the truck around now. It looks like they're both going to be side-by-side drag racing to the big center jump, the crossover. Gravedigger's going to jump over Reckless Intent as they go into the final turn. I think it's going to be all Gravedigger coming to the line, and it shall be. Casey Graves wins it, and Josh Rhodes and Reckless Intent's going to have to wait till freestyle. Wow, just as I say that, up on two wheels as he crosses the finish line. Well, folks, in all honesty, the only guy that's really had a shot at touching Timothy Smith all night long as far as times go all the way up to this point has been Casey Graves, and he got the whole shot on Timothy Smith by about a half a tire length, or excuse me, a half a truck length over that first turn. He comes around that big jump right there, and Casey Graves is really on it as he comes around the crossover. Timothy Smith, at this point, I would still put him in the lead, though. Clipping that yellow car right there is not going to hurt him very much as they come around this corner. Smith goes a little bit wide. Oh, this could set it up right here. Bigfoot jumps over Gravedigger as they come into this turn. Casey did not take that corner as good as I figured he should. Smith on two wheels. Graves all over the place, and Bigfoot is going to get the win in one of the closest races of the night. Remember, in King of the Hill, ladies and gentlemen, it's the best 2 out of 3 races. And right here you can see Timothy Smith and Bigfoot and Casey Graves and Gravedigger. It'll be Graves with the whole shot. Coming around this first turn, it's all Gravedigger around that yellow car, around the yellow cars right there. But watch Timothy Smith. Right here is where he wins races. He is so smooth and so quick through that little chicane area right there between those jumps that at this point he is definitely in the lead in the big Ford Bigfoot machine. Graves and the Gravedigger over there is trying very hard. They're side by side down the straightaway, much like Graves was with Rhodes a little bit earlier. And that right there is the difference maker. Graves did not take that as good as he should have. He's going to go up on two wheels, not going to be able to save it, and Bigfoot will take the win in Nashville. Timothy Smith and Bigfoot is your final racing event winner going in to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and the big Lincoln Financial Field event. Right now, though, you can see him getting ready for freestyle, which is our next episode to come at you very shortly here on Sim Monsters TV. Don't go away. You're going to want to watch freestyle from Nashville.